guys, welcome back to Aura Life. Today we're gonna run through my dream festival schedule. So let's dive right in. Welcome back to Aura Life. If you're new here, hi and welcome. Thanks for watching. My name is Ashley and I'm a rave mom and mom in real life, and I create content around self-care, my bucket list adventures, and raves and festivals. Today we're gonna do another rave related video. This is another tag challenge that was started again by Shirley Delgado, but I was tagged by the lovely BB Howell. Thank you so much, BB. For this tag challenge, I'm deciding to tag Frisky Hug in this challenge, and I'm also gonna tag Tate J and Frisky Hug. If you see this, I hope you guys can share with us your ideal festival schedules. Today am gonna run you through my ideal festival schedule. This is if money wasn't an object, if I had all the time in the world, and if I wasn't a mom, how would I spend my time going to festivals? So I wanted to share with you this list. It's very, very aggressive. I'm just saying, I'm a mom of a 4-year-old little boy. I love him so, so much. One of the things that I talk about is that my schedule is typically a little bit more restricted than most, just because I have responsibilities, I have to adult, and he takes first priority. Sorry, but that's just the way that it should be. While that's great, you know, I don't usually have a lot of festivals on my schedule throughout the year. I fill up my time with one-off shows when I can, and that really helps me get my rave experience and the craving that I have. And then I really focus on some key festivals throughout my years, and that's great. And while it may take me a little bit longer to experience new festivals because of that, that's okay, because in the end, you know, it's all about exploration and, you know, balance. So the first thing that I would do on this ideal festival schedule, do some type of cruise festival, whether it be Goof Cruise or Holy Ship. Aid always talks about Holy Ship all the time. That's Vibe with Aid. That's one of her favorite festivals. And my other friend living by the F word, Jessie, she loves Groove Cruise. And I just think it's such a cool idea. I have cruised before with family and it's such fun. You get to stay on the ship, you can party on the ship, drink on the ship, and then we've also done excursions like parasailing. We've done some other things. You could snorkel, I mean, and you're out in the water and it's just so breathtaking, especially at night when the moon is up in the sky and you can just see water for all that I can see. I think that that would be such a great setting for a music festival. So I just think it would be really cool. The other thing is DJs are on the ship with you, so you can interact with them at any time. And I also just think that it would just be a party 24/7, 7 days a week. You'd be on a ship with a bunch of ravers, so who wouldn't want to experience that? Festivals take place in January, so that would kind of be the first festival to kick off my year. The next festival that I would go to would be in February, and it's Envision Music Festival. This festival, I just think it's so intriguing because it's kind of like a self-care festival. There's yoga, it's very zen, there's a lot of like smaller acts that maybe I've never heard of, and it's in February in Mexico. So it would be a great way to escape the cold here in Chicago, just to have the sun. And again, yoga and a music festival like is a win-win for me, because everyone knows I love my yoga practice and my self-care practices. The next festival on my list would be Cross, and I chose Cross Spring, but they do have a version that they do in the fall, but this fits better into my schedule. Cross is a techno and house music festival in San Diego. I've seen blogs from various content creators, and it seems like the perfect festival for me because, hello, I love house and techno. It's the two genres at the top of my list. So I feel like this festival would be made for me, and the scene where it takes place, like right next to the beach, just looks beautiful. I just think that it would be a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And I would go over to EDC Las Vegas. I've been before, but you know, it's one of the biggest festivals in the US. It is the biggest festival, but it's one of the biggest festivals in the world. And of course, like, I would have to put that on my list. I love EDC Las Vegas, so that's definitely a win-win. Movement Festival is right after, it's the weekend after of EDC Las Vegas, and that is a festival that takes place in Detroit. Again, it's a techno centric festival with some house artists. I've always wanted to go to this festival. It's actually close to me. It's in Detroit, so it's about like I think a 2.5 to 3 hour drive from where I'm at. So I would love to go to this festival at some point. It's just hard, especially if you go to EDC Las Vegas, to go to Movement right after, because you're so exhausted from EDC. But one year I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna give it a try. The next is just a staple for me, and that is Spring Awakening. It's our big music festival, EDM music festival here in Chicago. You guys already know it's my home festival. I have to put it in the lineup just because it just has a special place in my heart, and I can't wait till it comes back because I just can't wait to see everyone. It's just one of those events that I look forward to every year. So the next one is Electric Forest, and Spring Awakening and Electric Forest kind of collide because they're around the same weekend, depending on the year. So it would be really difficult to do both of these, but again, this is like my ideal. But I've always wanted to go to Electric Forest. I just think that the scene and how it's set up is so breathtaking in the middle of the forest with all of the lights. The jam band sound is really intriguing to me. I love that, and of course I love house. So I just think it would be fun, and it would be probably my first camping experience. I've never camped at a festival, and I think that that would be a great way to dip my toes into camping. So I definitely would put Electric Forest on my schedule. The next one is just the mecca of all music festivals in the world, and that would be Tomorrowland. You can't have a music festival lineup or list, like a dream one, without Tomorrowland. I mean, it's just, you just can't. And I've always wanted to go to Tomorrowland. It's one of those things, again, that's on my huge bucket list, my life bucket list. Forget about music festivals. It just looks like just so much fun. I just love the cross-pollination of cultures there, everyone from all around the world, and the like crazy amount of stages. EDC Las Vegas has like 8 stages or 9 stages typically, and they have so many stages. It's ridiculous. I think that it would just be the perfect place to explore new sounds and to get to know new artists. Right, Electric Zoo is also on my list, and that would be in August. This is kind of like the sister festival to Spring Awakening from what I've heard. It's not the same production company, but they are both are on Pollen, which is kind of the event marketing company, and the setup is similar. You know, they both have stages that kind of resemble the skyline of Chicago or New York, and it seems like from what I've seen from the vlogs, it has similar vibes to Spring Awakening. I love New York. I visit New York a lot for work typically, but I would love to just go for pleasure to New York. I haven't been just to like explore and have a good time. It's always been on business, and I think that this would be the perfect trip to do that. And I would love to see people who I've connected with in the community out east at their kind of home festival. So it's definitely on my list. Next, it's not a EDM music festival, it's an event and an experience. It's Burning Man. Burning Man has been on my list for a long time, and again, it's on my life bucket list, but I thought I had to mention it here because it's just one of those things that I'll always kind of push towards doing. I want to go to Burning Man at some point in my life, so, and since this is a, you know, ideal list, I might as well put them on there. Imagine Music Festival. This is a newer festival, but I have had a lot of people in my rave fam who have gone to this festival and they enjoyed it. I've just strictly been looking at the lineup, and the lineup has been fire both years that they've released, so it is newer, and I've heard that it's kind of like a mini EDC Las Vegas. So that if that gives me any indication, I feel like I would have a really good time, and it does seem like it would be cheaper to travel to Atlanta. I've been to Atlanta many times for work. I go often, and the flights are pretty inexpensive. It's also a camping festival. Again, would give me a chance to really dip my toes into the camping experience for music festivals. So if I went, I think I might actually try camping, but who knows? I guess it depends on the group that I would go with. I had to do a festival for Halloween, and I've never been to a huge Halloween festival. We used to have Freaky Deaky here in Chicago. They stopped doing it, and now it's in Texas. But I actually was interested in this other festival that's put on by Insomniac called Escape. I've seen many blogs. My girl Jade Woods has gone, and she's had a ball. And I haven't been to a festival out west in California, all the way out west in California, so that would definitely be an experience. I think it would be fun to dress up the 3 days or the 2 days it goes on and to do that. EDC Orlando is definitely on my list. I still have my tickets from 2020. I pushed them over to this year. Again, it seems like it's just a smaller mini EDC Las Vegas, or from what my friends have told me who have gone, it's similar to Spring Awakening in its vibe and like the hominess and just like everyone connecting. So I would love to go to that as well. And again, it's November, it's starting to get cold here in Chicago, so it'd be great to get away from the cold weather. Dream State at the end of November is also on my list. Again, like I mentioned, I'm really starting to get into trance and Dream State. I did watch some of the past live streams, and I really think that it would be such a fun, unique experience to go to. Just to go to a festival that's all trance music the whole weekend, I think it would just be a vibe. So I definitely would consider going to Dream State in the future. And then the last, because you have to have a New Year's festival, would be Decadence. Personally, when I look at the lineups, I would go to Decadence Arizona, or Colorado doesn't seem to have the same caliber of lineup, and it does seem like the Arizona experience would be, I just think, different and like, you know, superior. I don't know. Based off of the vlogs that I've been to, I've been to Arizona before. Love it out there. It's kind of one of my favorite states. Like if I didn't live in Illinois, I would probably move to Arizona because I just think it's so breathtaking, and I think it would be great to experience a festival out there. So that is my ideal festival schedule if money wasn't an object and if I had the time to travel. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you click that subscribe button to get more videos from me, more festival related videos from me, and make sure you click that little bell to get notified when new videos post. Make sure that you comment down below and tell me what your ideal schedule is. I want to hear kind of what you would dream up if money wasn't an object and you had all the time in the world. I love you guys so much, and as I always say, positive self, positive wealth. Bye guys.